In this video, I'm going to show you exactly what separates the heavyweight leaders who are respected and influential at the highest level from those who are talented but somehow still hitting a glass ceiling in their career. And I'll tell you up front, one of the things I'm going to share later in this video surprises almost everyone I work with. It has nothing to do with competence, self-promotion, or strategy, but it might be the most important thing on this list. I've been coaching top performers for 21 years. And in that time, I've worked with some extraordinarily talented people, brilliant minds, hard workers, people who knew their domain inside out. And I kept seeing the same pattern. They'd get promoted, rightly so, into a bigger role. They'd get more visibility, bigger teams, high-profile projects, and then something unfortunate would happen. The skills that got them to that high level, the technical mastery, the analytical thinking, the ability to deliver, those same skills would suddenly feel insufficient. And that's because the whole game had changed around them and they somehow didn't get ready for it. Most top performers hit a ceiling not because they stopped being good at what they do, but because being good stopped being enough. That's because in the heavyweight league, it's not just about competence. It's about who you are and how you show up when pressure goes up. So here's what it actually takes to play in the top league. I think of it as 3 layers, and you need all 3. Layer 1 is mastery. This is your foundation, your expertise, your track record, the reason you're in the talent pool in the first place. And let me be clear, this matters enormously. You cannot fake your way into heavyweight leadership. The substance has to be there. The skills, the knowledge, the ability to solve hard problems and deliver outstanding results better than other people. But there's quickly a problem with this. At a certain level, everyone can do this. So what you need to understand is this. Mastery is the entry ticket, but it is not what makes you stand out once you are there. Think about this. Every driver on the Formula One grid can drive fast. Every player in the Champions League can play football. At that level, mastery is assumed. What separates Lewis Hamilton or Lionel Messi from the rest of top players isn't that they can do what they do well. It's their composure, the discipline, and how they act when the pressure is highest and the margin for error is 0. And that brings us to layer 2. And layer 2 is what I call expression. This is why most of my clients come to me, and it's exactly what so many capable leaders are missing. Because you can have all the substance in the world and still be ineffective if you can't communicate it with clarity and conviction. So if you want to know how this looks like at the heavyweight level, here's a simple explanation. In communication, it's the ability to say what you need to say directly and without hedging and without over-explaining. In meetings, it's knowing how to hold your position when someone pushes back, without folding and without starting a war. It's giving feedback that is honest and kind at the same time, because those two things are not mutually exclusive, no matter what anyone tells you. It's also speaking with authority in a one-on-one, in a boardroom, and on the spot, even when nobody gave you a heads up. And one more thing, it's knowing how to handle conflict. Not avoid it, not weaponize it, handle it. Directly, professionally, without drama, and in a way that actually builds trust rather than burning it. Now, before I get to layer 3, which is the one that surprises people, let me ask you something. Have you ever seen someone walk into a high-pressure situation and just own it? The meeting gets tense, the stakes go up, someone challenges them, and they stay completely steady. no defensiveness, no overreaction, no visible rattling. That's not luck. And it's not personality. It's something they've built and maintain regularly. That's layer 3. Layer 3 is what I call your inner infrastructure. And this is the one nobody talks about enough. Your inner infrastructure is your emotional intelligence, your resilience, your self-regulation under pressure. And finally, it's your physical, mental, and emotional shape. Here's why this matters so much at the heavyweight level. The further you go up, the harder the situations get. The more ambiguity, the more pressure, the more difficult the conversations. The more is at stake when you get it wrong. And the speed of it all increases too. So it stands to reason that if you don't have solid, stable foundation inside, if you're running on sugar, poor sleep, and adrenaline, all of that shows up in how you communicate, in how you handle challenge, in whether you can stay clear and grounded when everything around you is spinning out of control. The leaders who sustain real influence over time are not just technically excellent and strategically sharp. They are steady. They know themselves. They manage their reactions rather than being surprised by them. They recover well. They don't dwell on unpleasant moments, but process them instead and move on. And they take care of themselves, not as a luxury, but as a performance decision. Essentially, leaders are people, and people who run on poor sleep, no recovery, and constant adrenaline eventually stop performing well. If you want some practical ideas for how to build self-care into your busy life, I've put together a one-page guide, 15 self-care practices for busy people. They are simple, fast, and worth 5 minutes of your time. The link is below. Let me bring this together for you. Heavyweight leadership is not one thing. It's 3 things working together. Mastery, the substance that earns you the seat. Expression, the skills that make your substance visible and turn it into external influence. And inner infrastructure, the fundamental stability that makes mastery and expression sustainable under pressure. Most high performers have the first. Many are working on the second. Very few have consciously built the third. The ones who have all 3 are the people others describe as a heavyweight player. Someone whose presence changes the dynamic. Someone who doesn't just deliver results, but makes the people around them better. That's the heavyweight leader. If that's the kind of leader you want to become, and I suspect it is, otherwise you wouldn't still be here, subscribe to this channel. And if you want to know exactly where you stand across all 3 and which layer is your weakest link, the video coming up next week is for you. I've mapped the entire framework onto something I call the Executive Presence Code. It will show you layer by layer precisely where your presence is strong and where it's leaking. For now, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.